Would you please rise for the presentation of the colors by the United States Marine Corps Color Guard and the singing of our national anthem by Osseo Senior Natalie Dahlquist.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You may be seated. Thank you, Natalie. Good afternoon. It is my privilege and pleasure to welcome you to the 2004 graduation exercises for Osseo Senior High School, the 79th consecutive year we have celebrated the completion of high school with a celebration of graduation. I'd like to take a few moments to introduce to you the people sharing the main stage with me. To my far right is Assistant Principal Peg Vickerman. Would you stand up, Peg? Would you wait with your applause till I've introduced all of them? Seated next to her, Dr. Richardson, our Superintendent of Schools. School Board Member Linda Edom. Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Jim Boddy. School Board President, Larry McGee. And Assistant Principal, Brian Chance. This is a celebration of accomplishment, and the first group we will recognize today are the High Honor students. High Honor students are those students who have over a 15 trimester schedule have accumulated a grade point average of either of 3.8 or above. They will be presented medallions on the center stage. Dr. Richardson and Dr. Boddy will be presenting those, and I would invite those gentlemen to go down to the center stage at this point. High Honor students, if you begin to file over to the side aisles. Sarah E. Austin. If you would, we'll wait with our applause till we've introduced all of them. Thank you. Jared D. Bailey. Erica L. Banya. Julie A. Benton. Rebecca D. Bolin. Cynthia A. Bunders. Matthew C. Campbell. James M. Carroll. Christopher B. DeClerc. Patrick R. Ellefson. John P. Farley. Brent A. Fenhouse. Amanda M. Fishnick. Paul D. Frank. Megan E. Freer. Christopher G. Frederick. Desiree G. Goodall. Amber C. Hiltner. Sushwin Katie Jing. Benjamin D. Johnson. Ryan M. Kim. Terry J. Chelstad. Kirsten A. Kulsar. Eric P. Larson. William R. Macy. Elena C. Marth. Tara R. May. Sarah M. Mingo. Rachel Morris. Keith B. Nordquist. Gloria K. Nauncho. Brian J. Otten. Ross E. Parr. Jennifer R. Pop. Holly A. Price. Nicole M. Rasier. Joanna C. Reen. Megan L. Rogers. Benjamin J. Roth. Krista E. Sager. Christopher J. Sandy. Nicholas E. Sapper. Catherine K. Schlosser. Jonathan D. Sellers. Corey N. Streeter. Brian P. Swanson. Jesse Siapolm. Sarah A. Torfin. Fong H. Tran. Krista K. Vandeventer. And Jennifer R. Winter. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2004 High Honor students from Osseo Senior High School. You may be seated. At this time, I would ask that all the music students in choir, band, and orchestra move to your positions for performance, please. Part of our ceremony each year is a celebration of music as well. Each of our 3 concert ensembles, choir, band, and orchestra, will offer a piece for you this afternoon. Once they have set up, our first number will be performed by the Osseo Senior High School a cappella choir under the direction of Lori Lauschie, and they will be singing River in Judea by John Levitt. Thank you very much, choir. While the choir members are returning to their seats, I would ask that you join me in a couple of moments of special recognition this afternoon. Two of the people sharing main stage with me today are doing so in bittersweet times. This is their last graduation at Osseo Senior High School. As you know, Dr. Richardson is leaving to become superintendent of schools at Northfield, and my friend and colleague, Dr. Body, is leaving to enjoy the sunny shores of Florida. Would you help me recognize these two gentlemen for a job well done and best wishes in the future? Each year we ask members of the senior class to address the class with special messages. They audition to do so. This year we had more students audition than ever, and the quality of the speeches were outstanding. I'd like to welcome to the stage our first student speaker this afternoon, Melissa Wecker, delivering a speech entitled Remembrance.
Today is the day we receive our high school diploma. For some of us, this is the day we've been anxiously awaiting since we first walked through the doors of Osseo Senior High. For others, it's a day of relief. It's the day we say goodbye to our childhood innocence and become adults. The day we can finally go off on our own to become something great. It seemed like this day would never come. Like no matter how many days we counted down, we would keep coming back to that familiar place to see all of our friends and teachers. It's hard to imagine life without bells, passing time, and study halls. As I stand here today, I can't help but think back to the morning I stood in the crowd of seniors waiting to break open the door and run to get my prized locker in senior hall. Of course, we will always remember the fun we had at dances, the pride we felt at games, the way we dressed during Spirit Week, and the way we all united at Pep Fest. We will never forget the turquoise siding visible from a mile away. We will sit back and laugh about our non-air-conditioned building and continue to be grateful for the day it got so hot we all got to leave early. Even though we will keep these memories in our hearts and learn to cherish them, the time has come to realize that we are ending an enormous chapter in our lives, but beginning an even bigger one. Graduating means starting over and making your dreams into a reality. It means to strive to succeed and move on. These past 3 years have brought many experiences, good times, bad times, times that we have forgotten, and times that we will remember and keep with us forever. We've made friends here that shaped our personality, and we were pushed and supported to do things we never thought we could do. We have had friends torn away by tragedy, and we have had people in our lives we always wanted to talk to, but could never quite get the courage to actually do so. Our teachers, administrators, but most importantly our friends, have made us into what we are and have prepared us for our life's journey. It seems unfair to have to say goodbye, but nothing in life stays the same forever. We cleaned out those lockers we fought so hard to get and took one last glance at the hallways we wandered for so long. With all the emotions that come with graduating, it's important to remember to take all we can from this experience. Years from now, it won't matter whether we ever talk to those we desperately wanted to, or even where we sat at lunch. We must take with us all the things these 3 years have taught us and use that knowledge to make a difference in the world. Throughout high school, I've seen our class surpass every challenge put in front of us, and that has led me to believe that each one of us is capable of doing amazing things. I can't help but wonder who will go on to be a famous athlete or actress, who will write books or produce movies. The world is ours, ready or not. It's an incredible feeling to know that our dreams are out there and we can go reach them and just open our eyes. So as we walk up here today and receive our diplomas, I ask you all to reflect upon your years at Osseo. Use the experiences you've had and all the trials and tribulations of high school to carry the class of 2004 to a new beginning. Let's come together one last time to make the people who worked so hard to prepare us for this moment proud. If I could make one wish for us all, it would be to enjoy our last day together and face the future without fear. And may you always remember to bring your green hat. Thank you.
Thank you, Melissa. The Osseo Wind Ensemble, under the direction of Stephen Bolka, will be presenting the King Cotton March by John Philip Souza. Thank you, Mr. Bolton, the Osseo High School Wind Ensemble. Our second student speaker this afternoon is Andrew Hunt, and he will be speaking to you step by step.
Thank you, Dr. Pernames. Someone once said, every worthwhile accomplishment, big or little, has its stages of drudgery and triumph. A beginning, a struggle, and a victory. Graduating from high school certainly counts as a big and very worthwhile accomplishment. But to get here, we've had to get through a lot. We started at many different elementary schools, some of us in different districts, states, or even countries. Individually and collectively, we've made it through various challenges and struggles of school. And now, we've reached it, our victorious moment in time. But let's start at the beginning. I'm sure many of us can remember our first day of school, way back in kindergarten. Just remember how excited and scared we were. We were finally going to school, and we didn't know what to expect. But we were ready to take on the world, decked out in our little Nike tennis shoes and with name tags and bus numbers pinned to our t-shirts. School, here we come. 13 years later, here we are, sitting here at our graduation. But is this victory the end? Of course not. For this victory brings us to a whole new beginning. The word graduate comes from the Latin word gradus, which means step. So graduation means taking a huge step away from our past struggles and accomplishments and into our future. Yet our memories and experiences will always be with us, wherever we may go. Every one of us is special, and every one of us has affected someone else at Osseo in some way, shape, or form. Let's look at some of those stages of drudgery, struggles, and triumphs that we've been through over the past 3 years at Osseo High School together. We all remember the tragic events of September 11th, 2001. On that day of terror, we were only sophomores, a few days into high school. We've survived poisonous water scares and school cancellations due to cold and heat. We've enjoyed tailgating and pep fests and survived research papers and exams. We've watched tons of construction to see an amazing transformation of our campus over the past 3 years. And through all of these things, we've changed too. All of us have taken steps into becoming young adults and finding out who we really are, where our skills and talents lie, and what we hope to become. And we've taken steps to make Osseo Senior High a better place, which is something we can all be proud of. After today, we will all move in different directions. We'll head off to college, or to other education, or to the military, or perhaps to begin our careers. No matter who we are, these things will be new to us, but we will be ready for them. We are taking our step into this world, and now it is our time to move and change things. Our generation has the opportunity to improve life as we know it, wherever we may go in the world. And it all starts with us, the 500 graduates of Osseo Senior High. So how can we begin to change the world? We must focus on 3 things: being willing to make mistakes, take risks, and follow our dreams. Basketball great Michael Jordan once said, "You miss 100% of the shots you never take." If there is anything that I've learned in high school, it's that I will never get what I really want in life unless I put myself out there and take a risk. And I've made many mistakes, but through every single one, I've triumphed and learned and become a better person because of it. The same is true for every one of us. If we are too afraid to make mistakes, to miss that shot, to take that step, then we will never truly be happy. Taking risks and making mistakes are 2 sure ways that will help us to grow and learn, because no matter what happens, our mistakes will only make us stronger. Finally, we must take that next step and get what we want in life. Every person here has a dream, and all of us want something for ourselves that we may or may not think we can get. But we can never get there unless we work hard and realize our potential. And in the end, we will all be much happier. Now, let's review what the quote said. Start at the beginning and know what you want in life. Next, be prepared to struggle through the hard times and keep your desire. And finally, in the end, I have faith that each one of us will win out and have our own victories. This is our accomplishment. We started long ago, we've gotten through the struggles, and now we're taking our step. Congratulations, class of 2004. Today is our victory.
Thank you very much, Andy. Our final high school musical orchestra today is the Osseo High School Orchestra under the direction of Benjamin Scraw. They will be performing for you the Russian Sailor's Dance by Rheingold Gligeri. Thank you very much, Orchestra. Senior band and orchestra members may now move back to their pathway seats. As they are doing so, I'd ask our third student speaker, Gloria, to start to move to the side aisle as well. Our third and final student speaker of the day, Gloria Nayuncho, speaking about the 5 balls of life.
Good afternoon, faculty, staff, teachers, parents, and most of all, the class of 2004. First of all, may I give my thanks to my parents, my teachers, and the Almighty God. I cannot imagine what I would be without these 3. Some may exclude one or the other, but as for me, they are the bedrock of my success, and I cannot imagine a successful life if I belittle any or exclude one. May I now turn my attention to my comrades, the class of 2004. Today, you are reaping what you have sown for 3 successful years at Osseo Senior. At last, we have made it. Don't we look beautiful? Don't we look beautiful? What? What? Okay. All right. Remember all the times when you were late for class and they had the hall sweep, which really didn't work? And all the weekends when you told yourself that you're going to finish your paper on Saturday night, but then you went out to party and ended up pulling an all-nighter on Sunday just to turn the paper in on Monday? I can, and my teachers surely can attest to it. High school is a time when we grow and mature. Most of us will not be able to procrastinate in the real world, though. We can't turn in papers late, be late for jobs, or pay the bills late. There's no one out there sympathetic enough to let you do that. Today is a day when we need to choose whether or not we are going to change our old ways and look ahead to the future, or continue to let America think that we are the slacker generation. I want you to imagine life as a game in which you're juggling 5 balls. These 5 balls are work, family, health, friends, and integrity. And you're keeping them all in the air. But one day you come to realize that work is a rubber ball, and if you drop it, it can bounce back. The other 4 balls, family, health, integrity, and friends, are made of glass. If you drop one of these, it will be scratched or maybe even shattered. And once you truly understand the lesson of the 5 balls of life, will you have the beginnings of a balance in your life. When we leave here today, we are going to go our separate ways, but we all need to continue to have one thing in common. We need to let the world know that the class of 2004 will not be held back, that we are going to go out in this world and make a difference. Not all of us are going to go to college, and not all of us are going to be successful right out of high school, like Kevin Garnett. But if we all choose to go out and use our time diversely, we will eventually succeed. We have an opportunity right now to go out in this world and use the time we have to better not only ourselves, but our friends, family, community, and even the nation. Yes, Bush can use some help. We can be rebels with a cause to better the world we live in. Today, we live where diversity is vital. There are so many different areas that all of you sitting here today, no matter what you're going to do, have the potential to better yourselves. Finally, as we are awarded our high school diplomas today, let us depart as big dreamers, embracing a future of peaceful service to all humanity, regardless of our race or gender. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." May her words move us to make our world a beautiful, peaceful place. Take care of yourself and your 5 balls of life. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Our final entertainment this afternoon is special music provided by senior Jesse Becker, accompanied by Luke Anton and Andrew Hunt. Singing The River by Garth Brooks.
Like a river, ever changing as it flows, and the dreamer's just a vessel that must follow where it goes, trying to learn from what's behind you and never knowing what's in store makes each day a constant battle just to stay between the shores. And I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry, like a bird upon the wind. These waters are my sky, I'll never reach my destination if I never try. So I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. Many times we stand aside and let the water slip away, till what we put off till tomorrow has now become today. So don't you sit up on the shoreline and say you're satisfied. Choose to chance the rapids and dare to dance the tide. And I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry, like a bird upon the wind. These waters are my sky, I'll never reach my destination if I never try. So I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. There's bound to be rougher waters, and I know I'll take some falls, but with the good Lord as my captain, I can make it through them all. And I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry, like a bird upon the wind. These waters are my sky, I'll never reach my destination if I never try. So I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. Yes, I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry.
Thank you very much, Jesse, Andy, and Luke. Before I present the class of 2004, I would like to have that class do some recognition as well. I would like to ask all of the parents, guardians, and grandparents of our seniors who are present today to please stand. Seniors, it is time to say thank you. Thank you very much for being here. Osseo Senior High takes great pride in the partnership we have with parents, guardians, and grandparents as we help students matriculate through high school. My next remarks are to you as audience members. There are 500 graduates here today. Each is special. Each is important. Please bear in mind that when you're celebrating your son or daughter's graduation from high school, you may be diminishing the next family's ability to hear their child's name. So please be respectful of each other. And finally, to the class of 2004, this is the day you've been waiting for. 3 years ago. Yeah. 3 years ago in the auditorium at your sophomore orientation, I started talking about making responsible decisions and behaving in such ways that you make a positive difference in your school, and you have done that. Each one of your students' speeches today talked about making the world a better place. Jesse's song talks about sailing your vessel until the river runs dry. And that's my wish for you. Go out and make the world in which you're going to live and work a better place, just like you did for Osseo Senior High School. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you the class of 2004. The students about to be named have all successfully completed the state and local requirements for graduation from high school and will be awarded a diploma from Osseo Senior High School. At this time, I invite board members McGee and Edom to move to the center part of the lower stage, Dr. Richardson and Dr. Body to take positions at either side ramp. Honor students, if you'd begin to move to the side ramps, we will begin with the distribution of diplomas.
Sarah Elizabeth Austing.
Jared Davis Bailey.
Erica Lee Banya.
Julie Arlene Benton.
Rebecca Danielle Bolin.
Cynthia Ann Bunders.
Matthew Charles Campbell.
James Michael Carroll.
Christopher Brian DeClerk.
Patrick Ryan Ellefson.
John Patrick Farley.
Brent Allen Fenhouse.
Amanda Marie Fishnick.
Paul David Frank.
Megan Elisa Freer.
Christopher George Oliver Frederick.
Desiree Greer Goodall.
Amanda Christina Hiltner.
Shou Shuen Katie Jing.
Benjamin Dean Johnson.
Ryan Manja Kim.
Terry Jacqueline Chelstead.
Kirsten Ann Kulsar.
Eric Paul Larson.
William Robert Macy.
Elena Clarice Marth.
Tara Renee May.
Sarah Melissa Mingo.
Rachel Morris.
Keith Burkett Nordquist.
Gloria Kwamboka Nyancho.
Brian Joseph Otten.
Ross Eric Parr.
Jennifer Rose Pop.
Holly Ann Price.
Nicole Marie Ressier.
Joanna Christine Rian.
Megan Louise Rogers.
Benjamin Joseph Roth.
Krista Elizabeth Sager.
Christopher James Sandy.
Nicholas Eugene Sapper.
Catherine K. Schlosser.
Jonathan David Sellers.
Corey Neal Streeter.
Brian Paul Swanson.
Jesse Siafam.
Sarah Ann Torfin.
Fang Wei Tran.
Krista K. Vandeventer.
Jennifer Renee Winter.
Brian J. Ackerman. I did.
Go ahead.
Austin Thomas Adolph.
Yeah, just go.
Mary Beth Ulmer. Nancy Luz Alvarado. Colin James Anderson. Kevin Edward Anderson. Kristen L. Anderson. Michael David Anderson, Jr. Shannon Inez Anderson. Lucas Aaron Anton. Craig Joseph Applequist. Michael John Osmussen. Christina Ada Zada. Jason Knutson Ani. Jesse Ann Bach. Nicole Jeanette Baldwin. Adeline Bates. Andrew Stephen Baumgart. Jesse George Becker. Angela Sue Beeler.
Alexander Iosef Ablamunetz. Molly A. Boylan. Christina Ann Brose. Jamie Annalise Burns. Jennifer Lynn Cocker. Rebecca Lynn Hass. Stephanie Stevie Marie Klatke. Jane Alexander Kolomietz. Stephanie Summer Kopeshki. Eugene Kotlovich. Sean Gregory Moore. Tyler J. Negrini. Kayla J. Phillips. Diane Mary Sharber. Melissa Marie Schmidt. Veronica A. Skrundovskaya. Jacqueline Faye Smith. Pua Vang.
Moni Bibi Bangura. Michelle Lynn Becker. Heather Nicole Berg. Daniel James Bussing. Kristen Nicole Cade. Megan Kathleen Call.
Philip Ea Bangura.
Warren Christopher Carey.
Ryan Jacob Belkey.
Kelly Ann Carlson.
Matthew J. Bell.
Lisa Marie Carlson.
Ally H. Baraki.
Patricio Jaime Castro.
Robert A. Bergfalk.
Jay Cessna.
Tiffany Ray Belat.
Ka Cha.
Nicole Marie Bees.
Ryan Nicole Chapman.
Jeremy W. Bisick.
Tyler John Chase.
Brant A. Bly.
Matthew Paul Clausen.
Thomas John Boving.
Paul Robert Cochran.
Amanda Nicole Bolin.
Josephine Dolo.
David Ebenezer Borzi.
Nicole Lynn Dornfeld.
Joshua Paul Bowman.
Valerie Jean Drake.
Devin William Brand.
Sally Nicole Drazenovich.
Andrea Marie Brecky.
Jeffrey James Doolin.
Tina Marie Clyde.
Eddie Dunn.
Vanessa Lynn Sorensen.
Janelle Marie Erdos.
Kelly Deavon.
Michael Christopher Ernst.
Reed J. Corns.
Nicholas James L. Everhart.
Jerwin De La Cruz Cristobal.
Jacob Albert Fowl.
Jennifer Lynn Culver.
Caitlin Rose Feerick.
Rachel Lynn Dady.
Lorelei Danielle Fiscus.
Natalie Jane Dahlquist.
Grant Philip Flatguard.
Jonah Jadibe Delamita.
Mark Andrew Forsberg.
Tam Dang.
Andrea L. Fortin.
Christine Marie Oyen Danks.
Jessica Ann Foss.
Justin James Davis.
Heather Marie Fowler.
Anthony Allen DeBoer.
Jesse L. Frank.
Adam Francis DeLisi.
Samantha J. Cunningham.
Michelle Marie Durhak.
David Dang.
Kelsey Ellen Detley.
Amanda Jean Hartfield.
Ryan Patrick Dudnoth.
David Allen Hill.
Ashley Lynn Duran.
Danielle Marie Hunt.
David Tomley Dorf.
Krista Marie McLeod.
Nicholas Robert Frank.
Victoria Marie Wynn.
Jasper Buddha Freeman.
Megan Marie Paul,
Ashley West Freitag,
Curtis Charles Semenko,
Stacy Ann Bricky,
Salvador Frida Espino,
Priscilla Francis Gaffney,
Noria Mohammed Isi,
Sheena Leah Gebhardt,
Saya Mashiro,
Camille Christine Gemlo,
Lasana Moore,
Brianna Marie Gessel,
Maria Guadalupe Omana,
Jason Robert Geese,
Deko Mohammed Candid,
Cassandra Marie Gemler,
Irena Suruk,
Carrie Joe Glazer,
Elsa Cruz Trejo Morelas,
Emma S. Granberry,
Amadou Kamara,
Gavin William Gribna,
Saya Mashiro,
Sarah Louise Groinus,
Matthew Marsa,
Lisa Marie Haas,
Rocky Moro Hansen,
Mazar A. Haji,
Tiffany Michelle Hargett,
Joshua David Hammer,
Patrick Lee Haroon,
Zachary Taylor Hammonds,
Shayna Tressa Hayden,
Lau Hang,
Charles Allen Hayes,
Laura Jean Hansen,
Tiffany Lee Hayes,
Lisa Marie Bindert.
Faye Elizabeth Haywood,
Bhushan Prabhakar Gadam.
Suzanne Arlene Haywood,
Cheryl Lynn Holsconnect.
Stephen Paul Heath,
Natalie Joan Hooker.
Tony Michael Heidelberger,
Erin Marie Howard.
Matthew Rogers Helene,
Stacy Marie Howe.
Christopher Scott Henderson,
Ashley Elizabeth Huskin.
Lucas James Hendrickson,
Andrew David Hunt.
Leon Hennings,
Helen L. Hunter Barnett.
Kenneth Morris Henry Jr.,
Pamela Nicole Hussey.
Mai Der Her,
Nathaline Jonigal.
Taylor S. Hess,
Arush Kumar Jain.
Benjamin Allen Heupel,
Nicholas Bo James.
Elisa Lynn Huang,
Nicholas Andrew Jensen.
Christy Nicole Hochstetler,
Christine Rochelle Johnson.
Brandon Gregory Hoff,
Eric Jeffrey Johnson.
Lutevis B. Holloway,
Gary M. Johnson.
Daniel Charles Holte,
Caitlin Marie Johnson.
Jordan Francis Hyman,
Nathan Richard Johnson.
Renee Zita Jala.
Andrew Thomas Lawson.
Owen Charles Johnson, Jr.
Minju Lee Jones,
Troy Christopher Johnson.
Carvey M. Kawalalu,
Jared Joseph Johnston.
Tony Marie Klimek,
Arthur Louis Jolivet.
Aaron Joseph Corus,
Fatu Fatima Kaba.
Alyssa Marie Kowalczyk.
Clarissa Ann Campa.
Alicia Sky Cramber.
Joseph Daniel Casper.
Vanessa K. Koobs.
Harjit Kaur.
Kubis. Joshua Daniel Kuiper.
Jeffrey John Kay.
Elizabeth Myra Marihez Culp.
Kevin W. Keeley.
David Allen Klein, Jr.
Joshua William Keener.
Catherine Minda Kupal.
Daniel John Kiko.
Ryan John Kayastia.
Solomon Y. Kim.
Ryan Merlin LaForge.
Lindsay Sue Kissel.
Christy Jen Latinen.
Gregory Scott Kissler.
Jamie Ray Lang.
Amber Ray Kittleson.
Jennifer Sue Lamott.
Heather Elizabeth Kittleson.
Nicholas Webster Lang.
Simon Koopman.
Melissa Sue Lang.
Masa Kadrika Kaywin.
Jesse Russell Lanning.
Yolanda Akia Lacrease Lahon.
Mary Diane Loudon.
Sean Howard Liddell.
Joseph Lee Lossing.
Justin Erickson Ledlam.
Brittany Charday Lawson.
David Andrew Leonard.
Shannon Renee Markgraf.
Kyle Lee Lindgren.
Brittany Lynn Marsh.
Henry Lithuvong.
Kristen Loretta Martin.
Sarah Suzanne Long.
Rebecca Ann Martin.
Kenya Michelle Lopez.
Jeffrey Allen Matuska.
Christopher Michael Lorenz.
Michael Patrick McCollar II.
Alicia Ann Litwin.
Brianna Megan McGill.
Alicia Elizabeth Maho.
Matthew Robert McGuff.
Grant Michael Madich.
Kristen Ray McKelvey.
Shayna Rose Martins.
Ryan Anthony McLaughlin.
Venice Williette Morris.
Ryan Michael McNeil.
Melissa Monroe.
Margaret Marie McNeely.
Ricky Phillips.
Merritt Lee McReynolds.
Joel Gregory Millage.
Monica Joy Medrano.
Brenna Marie Miller.
Michael Stephen Mello.
Brian Scott Miller.
Cassandra Therese Merrill.
Jonathan A. Miller.
Andrew Elkis Michaelides.
Nicole Noel Mitchell.
Caitlin Elizabeth Milton.
Nicole Elise Muniz.
Timothy K. Muchan.
Melissa Roseanne Modine.
Frank Michael Nelson.
Krista Marie Moe.
Jeffrey Michael Nelson.
Anthony Leo Mullen.
Lindsay Marie Nelson.
Eric John Moody.
Mallory Christina Nelson.
Corey Allen Morin.
Rachel Marie Nelson.
Kelly Joe Moravec.
Matthew Robert Newman.
Valerie Jean Morin.
Kathy Nguyen.
Christopher David Murray.
Kenneth Douglas Nordquist.
Andrew J. Nelson.
Amanda Lee Norgren.
Mai Nia Lore.
Carolyn Leslie Norris.
Rachel Inez Ojeda.
Nodar Nugzarovich Nutsubidze.
Florence Otese Okopuje.
Nixon Nyambane.
Abdul F.O. Oyedele.
Kelleen Claire O'Brien.
Tracy Ann Palmer.
Brittany Lynn Olson.
Jessica A. Parks.
Katie Danielle Ormsby.
David Allen Pashina.
Becky Ann Otten.
Caitlin Jean Percy.
Zara Rizwani.
Laquita J. Perry.
Letitia Torres.
Jessica Lynn Peschman.
Joshua Anton Prokash.
Craig W. Peterson.
Bradley Thomas Pullis.
Brian P. Peterson.
Katie Beth Pulsher.
Phuc Tao Trong Pham.
Mayaman Dorwan Quigley.
Peter Christopher Fino.
Michael Edward Rasaborski.
Shauna Marie Pike.
Amanda Nicole Redens.
Sarah Rowling.
Himanshu Shankar Ramsamuj.
Heather Marie Riggle.
Christopher David Ranney.
Radea Jacqueline Riley.
Bailey Rose Rasmussen.
Brett M. Risky.
Emily Ann Rasmussen.
Kelsey Lynn Rittenbach.
Mahmoud E. Rea.
Alonzo R. Robinson.
Jennifer Lynn Reel.
Sarah Colleen Roderick.
Jacob James Reichert.
Jonathan Patrick Romportal.
Cassie Janelle Rango.
Marissa Amber Roots.
Tara Lynn Renstrom.
Jason Riley Ross.
Nicole Paris Richard.
Devin Robert Russell.
Kyle Thomas Richter.
Catherine Marie Ryan.
Nicholas Allen Richter.
Jason R. Reinders.
Allison Rose Rickert.
Wesley Roger Sandberg.
Corey Edward Sanders.
Heidi Lynn Sandell.
Derek Peter Sharber.
Sama Yaya Sandy.
Ethan Thomas Shower.
Christina Marie Scarborough.
Jameson Dale Schiller.
Emmanuel S. Siafa.
Laura Elizabeth Schmidt.
Nathan Carlos Sletton.
Samantha Joe Schneider.
Kelly Lynn Snedeker.
Andrew John Schaff.
Sheena D. Soderberg.
Joshua David Schwanke.
Colby Ann Sorensen.
Jenna Marie Scott.
Macy Leanne Spike.
Daniel James Scrivener.
Cassandra Jean Stanhope.
Stephanie Ann Senshin.
Jesse Peter Stanton.
Alexander Sergeychek.
Mark Reed Steele.
Melissa Marie Sexton.
Lauren Alicia Stein.
Sorin Lee Schaefer.
Nathan Rhodes Stone.
Robert Thomas Simmering.
Nathan Zachary Stone.
Benjamin Paul Sigrist.
Jessica Lee Storms.
Aaron Blaine Silva.
Matthew Mark Strandmo.
Sarah Tippasang.
Jessica Carol Strahler.
Jeremy J. Sturgis.
Matthew William Stumney.
Babatunde Hamid Sulaman.
Dustin Dwayne Thompson.
Kyle Thomas Sullivan.
Shayna Peng Cha Vang.
Thomas B. Sunders.
William Yang Vang.
David James Savella.
Ryan E. Veit.
Justin W. Tanner.
Charles Eve Antoine Vincent.
Kevin Patrick Tyson.
Tahira Munir Walji.
Scott Randall Thiel.
Spencer Allen Wallace.
Ryan James Thostenson.
Bradley Robert Walton.
Stephanie May Tombers.
Eric Edward Walls.
Kyle Thomas Tunn.
Wade Henry Wandersea.
Christine Robin Town.
Kimberly Michelle Warden.
Ross Stephen Trafton.
Stephen Wayne Warren.
Lily Tran.
Samantha Marie Wazel.
Jamie Lynn Trebesh.
Natalie Jo Weber.
Sabrina Janelle Trice.
Tony Mark Weber.
Gao Vang.
Melissa Susan Wecker.
Billy Ben Voravong.
Gregory Aaron Weeks.
Sina Ni War.
Richard Orrin Weinman.
Jeremy Charles Williams.
Aaron Leonard Wells.
Veronica Wilson.
Aaron P. West.
Amber Wiltsey.
Athena Ann Weston.
Li Zhang. Pahua Zhang. Payua Zhang. Yang Yi Zhang. Sisha Yang. Fraser Yimmer. Kudi Zarzar. Maurice Zarzar. Boris Zayarny.
Seniors, you may move your tassels to the left side. Ladies and gentlemen, the newest alumni of Osseo Senior High School.